WebMD. Do you feel sick by having mild headache or fever in any way that you feel like going to the clinic, but the clinic are closed? When symptoms or other medical problems develop with the preventive visits, people may be unsure whether they need to see a doctor. Many symptoms and problems can be handled at home. For example, most routine colds do not require a doctor's attention. When unsure about the need to see a doctor or other practitioner, you can use search the web for the right answer. Some doctors can be contacted by email for non-emergency questions, or you can go to the WebMD to get set guidelines for when to see a doctor and when it is unnecessary, because the utilities type with the website is very useful to search for disease and many other sorts of information. You can Google WebMD. Click on WebMD link. WebMD is an American corporation primarily known as a publisher of news and information pertaining to human health and well-being. The site includes information pertaining to drugs. It is one of the top healthcare websites by unique visitors. It was founded in 1996 by Jeffrey T. Arnold and later merged in 1999 with Hiltian. Founded by Netscape Communication founder Jim Clark. Okay, this is the main menu for the website. See first all the current medical issues and tips for medical treatment at home. You can click on any article on here to get a full-blown article on certain informations about treatments, tips to ease side effects, and empathetic stories. Subscribe for WebMD. You can click on subscribe. Enter your email address and click here. You will be brought to this map section over here. This map may show you the availability of flu disease in your current area. The website can search directly your location given GPS availability in your device. This utility is supported by Mucinex, Delsim and Lysol, 3 companies that are funded by third-party, independently created or chosen by WebMD. This map currently only shows the data finding location in the American continent, but does not show in other continents, not even Malaysia. Let's go through to the privacy policy on this site. You must acknowledge first the privacy policy that WebMD may collect personal information about you such as name, address, telephone numbers, email address or health information in the following ways. When you register for an update, an existing profile on the website or apps, or register for WebMD Health Manager. When you use certain interactive tools and services like ovulation pregnancy calendar, download the mobile apps or tools in certain apps such as Healthy Target Program in WebMD mobile application or Symptom Checker. When you sign up for newsletter or other communication from WebMD just like now. When you use our email a friend service. When you participate in an online survey, or when you provide personal information in a community area or other public forum. They may collect non-personal information that cannot be used by the site to identify you via cookies, web beacons, WebMD's mobile device application, and from external sources, even if you have not registered with or provided any personal information to WebMD. If you do not want your personal information used by WebMD as provided in this privacy policy, you should not register as a member or any specific tool or application that collects personal information. You may correct, update or review personal information you have submitted through registration tools and application by signing in and updating your registration information. If you have registered and no longer want WebMD to use your personal information, you should delete your information as described in this policy. We can also sign up for newsletter to receive free newsletter to our email. First go to this site, subscribe to our newsletter. you can get to choose the newsletter that you want. Just click on the box. They are featured. They have health conditions, healthy living, parenting and pregnancy. When you have to click on the desired newsletter, enter your email address. Now you have subscribed to newsletter. You can go to your email, which WebMD has already sent some newsletter that you have agreed on to be passed to. This is the newsletter. You can click on the link and you will be brought to the information that you want to read about. And okay, if we have already signed in the website services, let's take a look at the most interesting part of the web, which is the symptom checker. This is the beneficial utility where you can get to know your related disease by clicking check your symptom. Enter your age and choose your gender. You should read first the additional information about the utility to use with. It may provide you with prescription of action to be taken when dealing with disease. It seems they have done an upgrade version of the symptom checker, which is the beta version, with this accessibility like a more simple interface than previous classic view. Now click continue. Then another menu shows up for more information to be filled. Give your symptoms in this section by clicking common symptoms or typing it in the more symptoms. Since it is needed for accurate analysis of the disease, you can press the symptoms in the box. Then you will be prompted to define the characteristics of your disease. You can skip this, but for more determinate data, it is better to fill it in. Click the kind of muscle cramp you have having and click add. You can see now the new info is added to your cart, and take a look at the result strength changes when you add more symptoms. It is actually quite similar to doctor's method of acquiring their patient's symptoms by asking them pretty weird questions that is actually significant ones that must be answered sincerely. Okay, so when you have clicked on continue, and fill it in, another options will show up, and at this point you'll need to tell the details onset of the disease. You will have to mention the duration. Okay, let's say I give it 12 hours, meaning I got sick 12 hours ago, and fill in the current medications. This section asks you about if any drugs you are currently prescribed. If you do not know how to spell the drugs you are currently on, like for example Panadol, maybe just fill it Pan, and the artist suggestion will suggest you the possible name of the medication that you are using. There is the Panadol that I've been using. Additionally, you can state your past or current conditions, same like the current medication box. You just state the first 3 words or any first 2 words of your current condition, like fever, the rheumatic fever, and just click add. Now click on continue. Now it states here for possible condition according to the results gathered. You can try adding more symptoms or edit all the information that you have filled in. Click on one of the disease to get into more information of what you are currently diagnosed with. This is currently the possible condition of you having poisoning symptoms. This explains the description of visual representation to your current system. How common is it? An overview of the disease. Take note on the risk factor and try to recall on the factors that may have been the past videos occurred to you that may cause you to contract disease. You should also get a hint of how doctors diagnose this disease. It may be useful in times that you need to refer to a doctor to get medical attention and good advice. Click on treatment options. Treatment options give you a heads-up display of treatment that can be done to cure it. Take care of yourselves. Okay, this guides you to maintain a safe line when you are current state of contracting this disease while on treatment or keeping safe from further danger. Looking at this gives you right timing to go see doctor. Note that this is only optional and merely of opinion with unconfirmed disease. You should not find it solely and act to respond to the right disease immediately. It would be better to give a visit to the doctor before giving it into a panic attack. Using some common questions to initiate the doctor's understanding of your disease and what to expect in the future. Clicking on next condition should get you to the next possible disease since it is unconfirmed that current information is right. So check out other options could give like a leverage disease you can compare it with. Check your symptoms is another function of this site, and there is also this function, find a doctor. This lets you to find the nearest doctors in the house for appointment and consultation. Healthcare service provider you may consult are registered in as clinic, hospitals, pharmacy and even insurance service counter. But sadly, this only works in the United States of America. You can also browse for the best drugs offer, but unfortunately, also it only shows location limited in the United States of America. But that's not all. You should go out check out this cool application built for Android available for download at Google Play Store and iPhone 2 for free. It has a full feature of the website version but with better user interface. Take a look at this video.
Hello, is there anybody in there? Just nod if you can hear me. Is there anyone home? Come on down. I hear you're feeling down. Well, I can ease your pain, get you